Good morning. Aibovan, Vanakkam. Today is a very special day. For a very personal reason, a lady who was very closest to me was my mother-in-law, and it is 5 years to date that she has been passed away. In fact, in the morning when I was thinking of this event, it made me somewhat emotional to think that why we have a day to celebrate a Women's Day, and it's ironical because women should not have a special day for this celebration. However, internationally it is being celebrated for some reason. I do not know whether there's a Men's Day also. Huh? So I have never been invited to any men's. I have never been invited to a Men's Day, but I have been invited quite a lot of times for this Women's Day. However, it looks to me that Women's Day is important for other reasons. I think Women's Day is important for men to sort of revisit why men are insecure about women. I think the message should be on a Women's Day like today that they should not be too insecure about their respective spouses or friends, girlfriends, whoever. I think, philosophically speaking, there is some substance in that discussion, if at all, if you want to discuss who is more insecure in this equation. And practically also at times I see among my friends that they need to be given some serious advice. And let me take this Women's Day opportunity to just say that we do feel very insecure. As a result, there are issues. Then you ladies fight for equal rights. And there I think it is a unreasonable request. For one reason, because from time immemorial, you have always got more rights than the men. And now when you are asking for equal rights, I don't know why you want to sort of downgrade your position. And I keep hearing this, especially from the Western front, that there is a need for equal rights. I think you should not get caught to that trap. Probably that slogan would have been one of those slogans created by an agency like mine, Triad, and there would have been a man behind like me, and you would have got caught. Think about it. You know, as written by Desmond Morris in his book, Naked Ape, you have got all the very special rights, and don't ever ask for equal rights. Anyway, today I've been asked to talk about the entrepreneurship and the women empowerment, and I have been talking about it for a very, very long time. And I'm a believer of entrepreneurship, and there are two, I believe, women of Sri Lanka have a very special opportunity to display their entrepreneurship and get involved in a very active manner to contribute Sri Lanka's progress. However, due to cultural reasons and sometimes the wrong interpretations of this very concept of entrepreneurship, that many women have not sort of taken that role actively in the society. Therefore, it is important that we understand that this is no magic. Entrepreneurship is, of course, latent talent. The moment you know that you have the talent, especially ladies, should immediately do something about it. Why I say that you are again has a very special advantage of you being women in the world of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is a feeling. And entrepreneurship is not an action. Entrepreneurship is where you feel that you are willing to take a risk towards the betterment of yourself or the society or a business or anything. It is the ability to take risks and associated creativity, imagination along with that. However, it is my observation and belief that women of Sri Lanka, if they get into this entrepreneurship, Chandi, they are unstoppable. They use all their tactics against these poor men. And we have no chance in hell. You know, lots of people ask me, what is the one key word that you can say, you can use in terms of using among the tools for success, and especially in the business world. So I, myself, always say, and I have patent for this, I believe it is nothing but the power of networking. I don't hear that from many of the marketing gurus or anyone saying that as the number one. But I believe if you want to be successful, and I am a living example, I am using the power of engagement by way of networking. I would like to know everyone, and I want them to remember me also. I work hard at it. At times I get into trouble also by making some remarks so that they will never forget me. However, that is my campaign, so don't get too excited about it. This is part of that. But I know women can do this better. They have the power to engage, power to network, especially Sri Lankan people. I wouldn't want to use some words and they'll become controversial and that will get cut and chopped and put it on YouTube and it will be put in out of context. I'll get into trouble even from my wife. So I wouldn't use words, and I know what you all are capable of, and we are very careful about it. We always beware. So in that context, I think, I don't know, probably there should be a dialogue and a discussion in getting women entrepreneurship more active in this country. We have the capacity to get them involved. And as I always believe, us being a civilization with a lot of Buddhist influence, and we have such a liberal ideologies in this country, across. We don't need to borrow them from the West. We are the most liberal land on earth because we are not responsible to anyone. So we must use that liberalism, and women should come forward and get more involved in commercial entrepreneurships, even the social entrepreneurships we should encourage. And it is our duty to push that and be part of it. By saying that doesn't mean that we always would expect that to happen. But philosophically, we would like to say this. Because if it really happens at the same stream, we are in trouble. However, today is a very special day for another reason too. Now, as it has been mentioned that country is going through a bit of a difficult time in terms of managing our economy. And politically also we see there is some turbulence. And I would make this as my parting remarks, and you women can make a major contribution in two ways. One is, though it is not politically very popular for me to say that, this is, while being a domestic problem, it is a global problem. It is an issue that we have to manage. I don't want to get into politics here, as you know. Doesn't mean that I don't want to get into politics. I mean here, I don't want to get into politics. So it is a matter for our women, our beautiful women here, that who can manage this issue. Because starting from cost of living to lifestyle to everything is in your hands. So we are now being challenged by the external factors that our household income has come down. At least in our case, it has come down by 35% because they have taken this tax from ours. So we have to now manage this. In managing that, I think you ladies can play a big role. Otherwise, we men will be again in trouble. So cut down on your domestic expenses so that we can continue to party, and not to tell us to cut down on our activities, but domestic activities have to be curtailed. No, on a serious note, I think cost of living is an issue which can be managed. It is the management of expectation, happiness, and what is available. It has been a problem, not now, but problem. I was told this had been a problem when I was in grade 6 or 7 in our economics book. අසීමිත ආශාවන් ඉටු කර ගැනීමට මනුෂ්‍යයාට තිබෙන අපේක්ෂාව සහ සීමිත සම්පත් පිළිබඳ ගනුදෙනුවට ආර්ථික විද්‍යාවේ යනුවයි කියයි කියලා කිව්වනේ. ඉතින් ඒක ඇඩම් ස්මිත් කියලා තියෙන කොච්චර කාලද? ඉතින් දැනුත් ඒකමයි තියෙන්නේ. Anyway, I am saying you are the ones who can make this household happy or unhappy. So you have the control. So I hope that you can manage and this difficult times. The second thing I want to say, and this country needs a big change. This country needs really a big change. That possibly at a time when you can express your view, basically to say when it comes to an election. Now this country has got into this situation, we have not been careful enough in taking our decisions. Not forgetting the fact that I have also contributed in directing your probably thinking, but I am sorry about that, but in the future that should not happen. So ladies, I must take this opportunity to say that you can play a role. I want to tell you, if you can be politically more up to date, your literacy, political literacy, plays a massive role in this game. So my humble request, you ladies, on this Women's Day, don't leave politics only for men. It is important because it has played a massive role in our lives. Our companies are not going to go bankrupt. Our companies are going through bankruptcy. We are in this situation. It is not because what we have done or what a mistake that we have done or something wrong that we have done in our companies or business or whatever. It is due to the macro political situation. So we should take control of it. And you can play active role in that. You must be up to date and you must take a informed decision in terms of expressing your view inside that ballot box, and I hope you will take that active role when it comes to the next election, which I don't know when though, whenever our very democratic president decides going to have an election at that time, because we don't intend to get onto the streets. We have enough problems as is. Not even on a Sunday, like the JVP came with a small understanding. We don't have such understandings. If we come, we get hammered. So anyway, having said that, thank you so much for listening to me. And this beautiful day, the Women's Day, has in fact given me some extra courage that I can still be part of this kind of a forum. Again, I wish all of you happy Women's Day and happy life ahead. Thank you.